Wai Ho. I'm a fourth-year English major at UC Berkeley, majoring in English literature with an emphasis on pre-18th century texts. I'm here in Stanford, as you can tell, doing a residential counseling position, teaching high schoolers in the International Institute. So they're coming in from all over the world to come to Stanford and see what the American college experience is like. And as a Berkeley student, I'm giving that to them.
Why English? Why did you decide to be an English major?
It actually started in high school. I had an inspirational English teacher. She was this tiny Vietnamese woman who spoke powerfully on what the English language can do, even as an immigrant. And so for me, it resonated a lot with my life story, coming from an ESL background, coming into the States without a lot of knowledge of why I was here and what I was supposed to be doing in this new education system. And she just spoke to how using language can be a source of empowerment.
Did you go to Berkeley wanting to major in English?
Yeah, I chose Berkeley because I knew the English department was one of the best. The professors really make the culture of the department. I'm inspired by my professors not just because they're the top of their field, but because they truly show passion for the things that happen on campus. I think of university as unity in diversity, and I think that the English department brings that together so beautifully.
So what are the requirements of the English major?
Yeah, so the English major at Berkeley has 4 foundational courses, that is the 45s, and those are just going through the periods of English literature. After those 4 foundational courses, including Shakespeare, you move on to some other electives. Honestly, you don't have to do them in order, but the idea is that as you're taking these wonderful elective courses, you have a foundation in the time period as well. There are other elective courses like Jane Austen and style, just a course purely devoted to the style of Jane Austen and her wonderful literary voice and her contribution as in free and direct discourse. And then there's, I could go on and on really. Yeah. We're at the Lou Henry Hoover House. We're just in the garden area right now in this nice little gazebo. I've taken about a few mornings to just chill and sit here and do some reading on my own. Sometimes the campus itself gets a little bit too stuffy. They do call it the farm, and I think the sense is that it's such an intense atmosphere that at least I need a break from it all. This is a perfect setting to read. Yeah.
You're a Berkeley student, but you're here at Stanford for a few weeks. What brought you to Stanford? Yeah,
so I didn't betray Berkeley. I'm just here for very temporarily. I'm here for a residential counseling job, working with high schoolers who come from international schools. They want the American college experience, and Stanford wanted a diversity of college students to come and represent what it's like to study here at university, at the top universities.
You'd mentioned before you've also worked some jobs on campus?
Yeah, so I work as a writing tutor at the Student Learning Center. One of my prize and joys of being at Berkeley is actually working with other students.
What's your plan after you graduate?
After graduating from Berkeley, I will probably stay another semester to keep learning as a tutor at the SLC, or the Student Learning Center. After that, I will apply to different positions at schools to gain more experience on the ground with high schoolers. I love secondary education because that's actually where I find my most potential for impact. Public education in California is something that is really dear to me, but it's also rife with a lot of problems. And I'd love to be a teacher who can really be there for the students, be there as a source of empowerment for other students so they can find their own voice.
Awesome.
If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to Crimson Education.